Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia Season 5 episode 16. This morning I watched episode 15. If you want to see my reactions and my thoughts about the previous episode, I'm gonna put the link for it into the eye. I'm gonna put the link also for the playlist that I made for My Hero Academia, like I do each time, into the eye right there on YouTube. You can find these two links for the previous video, for the playlist for My Hero Academia, and I'm putting also other links for My Hero Academia, for videos of My Hero Academia. I'm suspecting that maybe you can appreciate videos about animes, so I'm putting also playlists that I made for other animes that I reacted to, that I'm reacting to right now, like for example Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, Death Note, animes like that, in case you can be interested. Vinland Saga also, I'm binge watching Vinland Saga right now, in case you can be interested. I'm almost at the end of the season 1, so if you want, you have these links, you have ways to have all of these episodes of My Hero Academia into the chronological order, and to have access also to other animes and stuff like that. Okay, this new narrative arc, into My Hero Academia, into this season 5, I knew that it could please me with the first episode that we had about it, with Ox giving that book to hand over, trying to find the code, to read it well, and finally at the end having that reveal about the fact that there is a Meta Liberation Army, that really a lot of people are part of it, that they are preparing something in 4 months, and that Ox has all of these informations about this new group and is giving these informations to hand over in a weird way, meaning that maybe he's close to the villain. So in a way, he was saying to hand over, I'm a double agent doing that. That could have been really dangerous. And Ox, I'm really like, I don't know where to stand really with this character, in the sense that I'm afraid for him. Truly, if he's being discovered by the good side, by heroes who don't know that he's a double agent, like if they are seeing him with the villains, they might attack him, hurt him, kill him, thinking that he's a villain. If the villains are discovering that in fact he's a double agent, they can hurt him, killing. Same way, the guy can switch also maybe at some point. Really, right now, I don't feel that vibe at all coming from him. I think that he's really making his job right. He had all of these informations, he's trying to have more, he's giving these informations to the commission, to hand over, even if it was not the plan at first. He's not supposed to give these informations also to hand over, which is making me wonder also, why do you feel the necessity of hand over knowing what you're doing? Do you not trust the commission enough, You know what I think about this entire system in place into this universe? Several things are bothering me. The fact that they are categorizing people, kids, even as kids, they are categorized. The fact that they are not allowing people to use their quirks as they want, like little things into this system are bothering me. So I'm wondering about the situation also, why Ox would do that, without the commission knowing. So I don't know. I have also plenty of other questions about this new army. The last episode responded to some of my questions. I was wondering about the link between this Meta Liberation Army and the League of Villains, and when Ox, came to the Meta Liberation Army, in fact, everyone around the table was a part of the League of Villains. So clearly they are not just connected. The League of Villains is a part of the Meta Liberation Army, or is the Meta Liberation Army. There is something right there. But the boss, at least of this meeting, was not Shigaraki, it was someone new. someone that we don't know anything about, including his face. We don't know his face, I didn't see him. Is he the one who wrote that book? I'm not sure. What is happening with Shigaraki? They are talking about him like they're gonna use him, you know, like he's a weapon. So I'm wondering about that also. For sure I want to know their plans, the one that they're gonna have, you know, in 4 months. The commission, knowing that this army exists, that they are preparing something, that's why they asked to all of the students to continue with the work studies when at first it shouldn't happen. Andover understood that. That's why he took really Bakugo, Todoroki and Deku with him. He truly wants to help them. He asked them during the previous episode what did they want to learn truly. He gave them good advices, general ones, but also special ones for themselves, for each of them, because of what he noticed about them, and I found that really interesting and good advices. The only one that I'm wondering about is what he said to Deku, the fact that Deku has to fully handle his quirk before trying to handle the second version of his quirk. I'm wondering about that because I don't know if truly Deku, like the first time that this quirk intervened, this version of the quirk intervened, it was not because Deku wanted so, it was coming out from nowhere because he lost control of the situation, so it can happen again soon. I don't know. I don't know about that plan, maybe it can be a good one, I don't know. We'll see about it. No matter what, it's gonna be really interesting to have all 3 guys with Andover right now, with everything which is coming with this Metal Liberation Army. I still have a lot of questions about them. Who wrote that book? Who is that guy? Is it truly the boss? Shigaraki, where is he? What is happening with him? I want a conversation between Ox and Andover, truly. I want to know more about what the commission is doing, knows. I don't think that I'm gonna have that right now, but... See, it's not because that's the good side that I'm considering that they are doing everything good, you know, and that I'm gonna be fully on their side. I have the impression that maybe not everything is okay with what they are doing. For me, there is still something wrong with this system in place, so that's why I'm not gonna give to someone or to one side, you know, like, that's it, I'm gonna fully believe you, trust you, follow you blindly, I'm only gonna cheer for you and all. No, if they are doing something wrong, for sure I'm gonna be mad at it. I think that what I'm just saying, it's really representing also my way of thinking in real life and all. And also, for example, I'm not considering myself as a blind fan for anything that I watch, for anything that I love into my life. Like, I still have principles and values, you know, my principles and values, and that's why I'm not gonna follow someone blindly. I'm not gonna cheer, you know, for an actor, for a singer, someone like that, and just be like, oh, that's it, I love you so much, I'm always gonna be there for you and stuff like that. No. Like, people are human beings and they can make mistakes, and I don't know fully these persons and all. I don't know what they're gonna do in the future neither. So I'm always like questioning things, questioning what characters are doing, what people are doing, and if it's okay with my principle, my values, and I'm always letting the door open to love someone, but also letting the door open to leave the fandom, you know, of someone if I'm not okay with what that person is gonna become, with what that person is gonna do, is gonna say. Do you understand what I mean? That's why I'm not considering myself as a blind fan for anything. Okay, that was an intro, like really, I lost myself during this intro. Let's go for this episode of My Hero Academia. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which you can have 4 episodes of advance for these videos, meaning 2 weeks of advance. It's really a lot, and you have extended reaction part and sometimes full reaction part. if you can be interested by that, to have these advantages, 2 weeks of advance, longer reaction part, sometimes 4 reaction part, full opacity, you have these advantages on my Patreon, and it's the best way to support me if you want and if you can. Even if it's just for 1 month, it can be appreciated and truly useful. Let's go for this episode! Oh, it's maybe to introduce the fact that we're gonna spend 1 episode or this episode with the other teams. Do you know Tsu? Can you guess? No. I love the energy for sure, only girls too, but at the same time I'm like, because it's only girls, it's gonna be a kawaii mood. Ah. That's the name of it? Okay. Yes, you again. That quick? You're gonna call the agency to help? They are still into the fog? For sure, a dragon could be useful. Dragua? Dragua? You know them! You know, this episode about her internship, like I think this episode with them coming back, I'm pretty sure that maybe it's not the favorite for fans and all. Me, I appreciate them, you know. We're spending a good time with them, with secondary characters. It's fun, it's entertaining. Aww. Present your friends. Why? Why? If not to show girls, you know, with a swimsuit, to show their boobs and their asses and all. For viewers, for male viewers to appreciate it. Oh no, don't do that! It's not, it's because, you know, a girl's agency that you have to make everything kawaii and, you know, so cute and to show their bodies and stuff like that. You are after villains right now. Oh, mais tu sapin dessus. And the fake excuse of I just wanted for them to have some fun. Nothing? Now you're gonna see them. With the shockwave, maybe you can push the smoke? Ochaco, I want you out also, fighting, jumping. Ah, well done! Can't you see that? That was close enough. I'm worried about Sue maybe trying to do something on her own. Come on, I trust my girl, I trust my girl. Can you do something? You want to stop a big plane with your tongue? And ochaco. You will learn from that moment. I love her so much. She's so good. And she doesn't need to be naked to do that, or to be naked into this episode to be awesome. And for this episode to be awesome. I'm gonna come back to that during the review. So maybe you can help? I don't know. No. Tiens, je dis après mignon. Yes, I thought that she would say, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Yes, you can. Good job. Yes. At least you stopped that one. Ocean? Which doesn't exist for real. Nah. An hidden scene? Oh, yes. Of drugs? Huh? No preview. He's not the guy from the Military Liberation Army. He's not the guy who was leading that reunion, you know, when Ox made his, you know, his speech. It was not this guy leading that meeting, and I'm pretty sure that he's not related to the Military Liberation Army. For sure, it was not the same guy, it was not the same Shin, you know, Shin. And it was not the same place, you know, this one looked really extravagant, with a lot of gold and stuff and all. It's not the same person, it's not the same place, so it might not be the same plane that he's talking about. Like right there, you were waiting to have a lot of drugs, a lot of these trigger drugs to do something with it. I don't think that it's that plan that the Metal Liberation Army has on mind, is preparing, you know, in 4 months, something like that. I don't think so. Okay, this episode, I'm sorry I have to say it, during this episode I was glad, I was like, that's it, it's an episode about secondary characters. I love that kind. Okay, it's not big, intense episodes with a lot of stressful moments, with the main characters doing big stuff and all, but they are still fun, entertaining, with some actions and all, and me, I appreciate them. And saying that out loud, you know, telling you that, for example, the last episode, which was about Sue with this internship, and this episode, which is about girls, you know, at an agency going on a mission, I know that they're not gonna be the favorite episodes of fans, and that's okay, but me, I appreciate them. I'm still okay with all of what I just said, and I was glad to have one episode like that right now. The fact that the scene just after me saying that was about putting these girls in swimsuits without a real justification for it, like the justification that they are using is I just wanted for the girls to have some fun, when they're into the middle of a mission, they should be already out there, you know, searching for these drug dealers, all of this drug business in place. The fact that they have right now a little recreation time to have some fun at the beach, there is no real purpose for that, no real explanation for that, and this excuse which is used by one of the characters is clearly a fake excuse used by the writers, just in fact to have girls in swimsuits. And I'm wondering, like, you needed that episode to be about that mission, so this girls agency, and because of that you were like, oh, we can't have just an episode about girls, we need still to please the male viewers, so we're gonna give them that, girls in swimsuits? Or is it just your cliches about girls, about making, you know, the first scene with them being so kawaii, you know, eating stuff like that, being so sweet, so cute, and to have them at some point almost naked? Like, I'm not sure of why you did it, but I know that it's not okay to do it, because it was not well justified for the story, so clearly it was a fake excuse, and it's not okay, in fact. Really, to make one episode about minor characters, it's great. To make one episode with only girls into one agency, why not? It can be good, but the fact that you are making them only kawaii, and you have to make them at some point in swimsuits, enjoying themselves into positions. I'm sorry, but for example, that final pictures with them being like that, in for some, you know, a suggestive pose, it's not okay at all. I hate that. It's contributing to cliches about girls and girls working together, being together, and it's not okay. But I don't know if you did it because you have these cliches on mind, or you did it to please your male viewers, because all your poor male viewers, they would have had one episode without guys, so you had to give them that. It's not okay, and I'm a little disappointed. Like, I'm clearly glad to have one episode about these girls, I'm clearly glad to have one episode about minor characters. I'm okay for this mission, and we have that information about this trigger drug, what they were doing, and the fact that someone was waiting for them to make a big plan about it. That, it's one information which is cool, that for sure you could have made with another team, you know, but I'm glad that it's with this agency with only girls. But the fact that because it's only girls, you're forcing yourself, or just you think that it has to be like that. Girls can be something else, then kawaii, cute, playing in swimsuits, just like that. Girls can be fucking badass. And okay, right there you gave them one fight, one little mission, and they all had a little moment to shine. But really, if you're considering the time of the fight in comparison of all of the episode itself, girl can be badass and fight. They don't have to have one scene unjustified, almost naked in swimsuits. I think that all of this episode, without the swimsuit part, it would have been great for me. Okay, we would have had all of the kawaii moments, but that we have that also into the other episodes, so I would have been okay with that cliche about girl. But really, right there, I think that my reaction is not surprising you, because we already had that discussion when it was about Momo and her costume, and the fact that the first version of her costume, for what I remember, was showing a lot of her boobs, and I thought that for a teenager that was too much to wear a costume like that. And some little lines, some little scenes, you know, were made really to talk about it, to talk about her boobs, and that was a little too much. And for sure, Mineta, sometimes some of his lines are making me a little like that. So I think that it's not a surprise for you that I'm a little blocking on this episode. Being about girls, it's great. Because it's about girls, we have to see them in swimsuits, almost naked, and not being fucking badass. It's not great. And you know, with bag, with this group and all, we could have had something else. And for example, also, like I could have imagined Ochaco making friends with them, you know, really connecting more with them. It would have been great. You know, this time that they took for these scenes at the beach could have been used for the mission, really, or for creating relationships between Ochaco and the other ones. For other things, plenty of other things. It's not like they really missed opportunities to do something else with this time on screen. More! I'm a little disappointed, and I don't love that. You know, when I'm watching an episode of an anime that I love, I don't like to be disappointed. And for sure, right there, to finish my session of binge watching with this episode, I'm like, more. Come on, the episode was great. Still, our girl had a fight, a time to shine. They did their job right. Now learning a lot during this work study. It's cool. Let's stay with that. It's cool. Tell me, what did you think about it the first time that you saw it, this episode? Tell me if you're thinking the same thing than me, or do you have the impression that I'm going too far, that it's a little too much, my impression about it? Maybe it's the case. I know that sometimes I'm focusing myself too much on some aspects, you know. I can't help myself, and I'm not gonna be... like, I'm not gonna tell you I'm sorry for it. I'm not gonna be sorry for that. But I know that sometimes it can be the case. So tell me if it's the case right there, and if you didn't see anything wrong about it. Maybe. Tell me. Okay, it's all for you and for me for this episode and for today. So it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.